Seems like just moments ago we were in Dune, yes? It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't want you waiting on him, like we are waiting on the Guildmaster. Yes, Vanus Galerian of the Mages Guild requested your presence. He should be here soon. He begs your assistance with a hopeless task. He seeks to bring the Alliance leaders together for a meeting. One which they will all survive. This is insanity, of course, but the Queen tells Raz to give him whatever he needs. The Queen tells Raz that you speak with her authority, yes? This responsibility is a great one. Better you than Raz. You are aware of what will be involved? Certain communications must be made. Dangerous communications. This will ensure the safety of all. This one may have to delegate. Yes, of course. Cariel will do that. Ah, that was not so hard. Job for Cariel?
No way. Do it yourself.
Why?
Thrush is a homicidal maniac, and Copper Daria, let's just say I'm not her favorite person.
Why is Copper Daria displeased with Cariel?
I may have collapsed a building on top of her. Accidentally.
Ah, yes. This one forgot about that. Very well. Raz will take care of it. And he will send Copper Daria your warmest regards.
Apologies for my lateness.
Damn it, Raz! Not so close!
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Cold Harbor. But this places us in a delicate political position. Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Cold Harbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier.
There, that's Brisha. You talk to him. I'm going to hang back and keep watch. I don't want anything surprising us.
This one does not know your face. But, Ember, It is a joy for these old eyes to see her well, even if she is still a bit jumpy. She watches the area just as she did when she was a child, always uneasy. Are you her friend? A passing merchant mentioned a Palmar at the Gateway Inn in Sadrith Mora, a brawler fighting for entertainment. When I asked for details, he described Jakar perfectly. Mild-mannered, orange and black markings, 3 earrings in each ear. It's him. If the merchant is to be believed, Jakar's there because he's a Telvanni slave. I don't know how long he's been in Vardenfell, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was sold off as soon as he was snatched from Skywatch. The thought breaks my heart.
I'm grateful for any information about the fates of my friends, old man. You've been a great help.
You can show your appreciation by not calling me old man, little Jekozid. If you find Jakar, Silver Slip, or Pretty Little Song, you let this one know, yes? And be careful, Ember.
I will, I promise. And then we'll be back to eat all your bread, just like the old days. I cannot picture sweet, gentle Jakar in a fighting pit. In Sadrith Mora of all places. If he's truly a Telvanni slave, I will tear out every throat I find. This is my fault. If only I'd been faster that day. Come on, let's get to the Gateway Inn. Can you blame me? There's no reason besides tracking down Jakar that I would willingly enter that land of hateful, enslaving dark elves. If I could, I'd send that meteor that floats in their sky into the Telvanni lands. I'd like to see them try. I'll be on my best behavior because I want to find Jakar. But if a Telvanni so much as touches me, I can't be held accountable for what I do. A lightning bolt through the skull might do some of them good anyway. Not all of them. I just get mad thinking about the ones who kept Khajiit and Argonian slaves. I know not all Dark Elves are like that, so I shouldn't be so distrustful. But the Telvanni definitely are. Arrogant bastards. I'll behave, don't worry. Once we find Jakar, I plan to get him out of there as quietly as possible. Preferably in a manner that doesn't involve me shoving a dagger between Telvanni ribs. But that's really up to them, isn't it? Definitely. If it had been Silver Slip, I would have felt sorry for her opponents. But Jakar's too sweet for that kind of violence. He's strong, but he hates violence. Still, back in the day, there was no one better to have in a tavern brawl. Not really, but we would start them pretty frequently. Once everyone was in on the action, Silver Slip and I used to make good coin picking pockets among the mayhem. Easy money, beyond the occasional bruise or lump from flying fists or dishes.
In the mood for a little trip? I can take you to Vardenfell. Ports of call include Seydanin and Vivec City. Certainly, a quaint port town like Seydanin would be a great place to start on such a vast island.
Please, someone, we need help.
Oh, dear Tywin, how I long to see you smile.
Was it too much to hope that we'd find Jaka outside, sweeping or something? Come on. Guess we have to go inside.
Our service here at the Gateway Inn is second to none. If the owner or his wife ask, tell them I was enthusiastic in serving you. Palmar? What do you want with one of them? I don't care. Go ask the inn owner. I'm just supposed to tempt customers with our delicious food!
The Gateway Inn boasts an impressive clientele. I do not remember seeing the likes of you or your friend here before. I do hope you find everything to your liking. Jara, or was it Jaka? You're referring to my has-been moneymaker, I assume. Sadly, you're too late. I sold him a few weeks ago. He was getting slow, complained about being sick. People don't pay for a limp-fisted brawler. Sure I do. And I'll even tell you where. Provided the brute is still alive. He had such weak lungs for a creature so big. But first, you do something for me. My information does not come free of charge. A jeweler by the name of Vavisi Uleni is selling a lovely bracelet that I wish to acquire for my wife. But she won't come down on the price. Vavisi sells outside Telnaga most days. Get me that bracelet, and I'll tell you what I know.
Fine goods for sale.
A bracelet? Really? Can't I just stab this guy in the ribs and get the information that way? No? Ugh. Fine. Hold on, let's talk. I think I've got a plan. Hold on, let's talk. I think I've got a plan. That must be Varvisi there. A merchant like that always has the most valuable wares on their person. No problem. I can rifle around in her pockets without her ever suspecting a thing. But for that to work, I'm going to need your help. You might not love this, but trust me, it'll be fun. I used to do this trick with Song and Silversleep whenever we needed some extra coin. I'm going to turn you into a monkey. Then you run up to Varvisi and distract her so I can pinch the bracelet. Hilarious, right? You'll be just enough of a distraction. Just rifle through her stuff. All eyes will be on you, and no one will notice me slipping a hand into her pocket. It's perfect. But the spell won't last forever, so we have to do this quick.
What? What is this? Vex, save me! What is this? Away with you, filthy, flea-bitten creature!
You are a little too good at that. You make a pretty cute monkey anyway. I got the bracelet. It's just as ugly as I imagined. It'll be perfect for that overblown bastard's wife. Come on, let's get back to the inn and throw it in his face. That red-eyed piece of Guardung just made us do his bidding for no other reason than to make sure we know how superior the Telvanni are. Turning you into a monkey was fun, but now all I can think about is wringing that bastard's neck. You're right. Thanks. I needed that. I have to remember that we're here for Jakka. I can suffer anything if it means finding him in the end. And I know someday the debt that the Telvanni have incurred will come due. I hope I'm around to see it.
Ah, you again. I'd nearly forgotten about you. Do I dare hope you procured the bracelet I asked for? Exquisite. Am I correct in assuming your little friend back there did the deed? The cats who aren't properly trained to behave tend to be good little thieves. Now, I am a man of my word. I sold the sickly Palmer to a group of bandits. The gentleman I did business with told me that his band was headed to Pulk next. Here, I'll mark the location for you. The man's name was Browser Inlador, and that, my friend, is all the information I have for you. Now kindly scurry off.
never knew Tamriel could look like this. This is the place. Now let's chat before we rush in. If Ositos was telling the truth and Jaka is really sick, then we need to rescue him quick. I have no idea what a bunch of bandits would want with a sick Pamar. I can't imagine they're nursing him back to health out of the goodness of their hearts. As quickly and efficiently as possible. If Jaka is in there, I don't want him suffering any longer than he has to. I've already made him suffer long enough, and if we get to knock some heads along the way, all the better. Keep your eyes and ears open. Remember, Jaka's a Pamar, so he's probably going to be hard to miss. Even still, let's stay vigilant. I'm not wasting this chance. I have waited too long to lose track of him now. I'll be better once we find Jaka. It's just, if I'd gotten back a little faster that day, maybe I could have stopped him and the others from being taken. He suffered this whole time because I wasn't quick enough. Because I wasn't there. Thanks for saying that. I don't know if I believe you, but it's nice to hear anyway. I'm not helping Jaka or any of them by sitting here whining. It's just something that's been weighing on me, you know? So, thanks for listening. Let's go. You're right. I'm not doing him... That's him over there. He's still alive. Jaka, we're here to help.
Is that Ember? The little shadow of Skywatch? You must be real. Not even in this one's wildest fevered hallucinations could I have imagined seeing Ember after all these years. What a gift! She looks well, healthy and strong. And she has found a strong companion. Jaka is relieved. Once, Jaka wondered if Ember had orchestrated some part of our family's fate. But that thought passed as quickly as it came. The little girl with the ember eyes, she would never harm us. She would... Yes, of course. Thank you. This one had hoped not to die in this wet, dark place, but had resigned myself to it all the same. This is a welcome change. Jaka will follow you to safety. Lead the way.
Don't underestimate us! Let us know if you need to stop, Jaka. Don't push yourself too hard.
This one can smell fresh air.
Talk to Jakar, would you? I want to heal him a bit.
Ah, the fresh air already makes this one feel better. I am in your debt. And Ember, how clever she was to track me down. She was always so smart. I used to love the way her eyes all but burned in her skull when she was trying to solve a problem. It was all very sudden. It was a group of mercenaries, though not any faction this one was familiar with. They descended quickly and incapacitated me. Then, they went for Silverslip and Song. There was one strange thing. It was Silverslip's expression. She looked scared as they took her and Song away. You must understand, Silverslip was never scared. Even when truly afraid, it manifested as anger. It was odd, as if she knew something in that moment we did not. This one remembers very clearly an insignia on the mercenary's armor. It is burned into my mind. But for all these years, I have not been free to investigate it. Now that I am safe, I will focus on getting well and hunt down that symbol. Thank you again for rescuing this one. You have a good heart, Jakar can tell. And Ember would not be with you if she did not fully trust you. Her trust is a hard thing to earn. You are quite special indeed, and this one is thankful for you. Ah, it is good for Jakar to even think of this. Many days were full of despair, and I did not wish to think of the future. First, I will get far away from this place. I will get healthy again, and I will help Ember. We will find lost friends. I saw both of my friends accosted. Then it went dark. When I came to, I could hear Song weeping. After that, there was a magic sleep, I think. When it wore off, I was in the belly of a stinking dark elf boat. You are kind, friend of Ember. I am at ease now that I see Ember, and now that I have my freedom back. Jakar will recover and see what other adventures Joan and Jode have in store.
Thanks for talking with him. I didn't trust myself not to cry. When I was small, hanging around Jakar always made me feel safe. Even now that I'm grown, I have that same feeling. I can't believe we found him after all this time. Thank you. I heard. That's good. But for now, let's just enjoy this victory. I'd almost given up hope of finding my friends. Thanks to you, I have faith again. I couldn't have done this without you. Jakar and I both owe you so much more. But here, take this.
Ember, you've grown so much. This one is so grateful to see how strong you've become.
Oh, you big lug. I missed you. I swore I would find you no matter what it took, even if the 2 moons fell from the sky.
Thank you, little sister. You have found me, so be at peace. Next, we will find Silverslip and Song.
You remember Jakar, right? I got a letter from him. Messy, that thing. It's probably hard to hold a pen in those big mitts of his. Anyway, apparently he's made good on his promise to research the mercenaries who grabbed him, Silverslip, and Song. Possibly. He found someone who may recognize the badge on the mercenary armor that he remembers. If he's right, that may lead us right to the bastards who took them. It was a long time ago, sure, but this is more information than I've ever had. Jakka said we should wait until he knows something for sure, but I don't want to sit around. Jakka is in Marbrook in Greenshade. I want to go there and talk to him. Maybe there's something we can do to expedite things. Come with me? Once we find Jakka in Marbrook, I'm sure he'll have something for us to do. He told me to be patient, but he knows me well enough to know that's like asking him to change his stripes. I've been patient for a long time. I'm done with that. He did small jobs for them sometimes, if the pay was all right and the work wasn't too unsavory. I think before we met up, he may have been with one group or another. Not much to his liking, I think. He never fit in with that type. Too soft-hearted. Look, people end up living on the streets for a lot of reasons. You don't pry. Sometimes you learn something in passing, but if the person has your back in tough spots, their past isn't that important. Though, I wonder if that was wise. I've always wondered, what if it was one of our pasts that caught up to us that day? That's why my friends were taken. What if it was my past? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but in the absence of any other information, it kind of haunts me. Sure, you're helping me track down my friends that I had growing up in Skywatch. They all disappeared one day, and I had no idea what happened to them until you and I found Jakka. But Silverslip and Song are still out there somewhere. He said that a mercenary group grabbed him and the others, and he remembered the symbol on their armor. That's how he tracked down our next lead. He also said something about remembering Silverslip acting strange, but wasn't sure why. He did small jobs for them sometimes, if the pay was all right and the work wasn't too. I think I like Marbrook. Lots of Khajiit here, by the looks of it. Come on, we need to find Jakka. He's around here somewhere. Big guy like him won't be hard to spot. We should probably check out the local outlaw's refuge. He's probably laying low, just in case. People like me and Jakka tend to feel safer in places like that. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call us outlaws, but my friends and I were never fussy about how or where we got our food and coin. Outlaws' refuges tend to attract people with similar mindsets, is all.
No sudden moves now.
I have many fine goods.
I've got what you need.
There he is, the lazy lump.
You are predictable, Ember. I knew you would not wait for me to write again.
What can I say? I haven't changed a bit. Talk to our friend here about what you found out. I'm going to watch our backs.
It is good to see you again, cherished friend. Because of you and Ember, this one has been allowed to rest and recover here in Marbrook. Jakar feels strong once more. This one assumes you are here about the information about the mercenaries. Indeed, they were called Kestrin's Blades. Curiously, they disbanded sometime not long after we were accosted by them in Skywatch. Though they no longer operate, this one found the name of one of their captains, Gurus. Not very much, sadly. But this one does know he currently lives near Stonetooth Fortress in Betnik. If he was a captain of the Kestrin Blades, he may know where they took Silverslip and Song, and why. This one is hopeful. This one hopes you find more answers in Betnik. Speak to Gurus, see what he can tell you. And take care of Ember. The responsibility of such a task wears on her, Jakar can tell. Make sure she does not whittle herself down to nothing. No? Even after all this time, this one still remembers how to sneak about and move unnoticed. I traveled in darkness, and with the gold Ember provided, eventually bought passage on a boat to Skywatch. I found Brisha, and eventually, he sent me here. Without the others, Skywatch did not feel the same to Jakar. Bad memories, perhaps. But with coin and some easy work, I can stay warm and eat regularly here. I had time to search for information about the mercenaries. This one hopes it is helpful. This one hopes you find more answers in Betnik. Speak to Gurus, see what he can tell you. And take care of Ember. The responsibility of such a task wears on her, Jakar can tell. Make sure she does not whittle herself down to nothing. No? Even after all this time, this one still remembers how to sneak about and move unnoticed. I traveled in darkness, and with the gold Ember provided, eventually bought passage on a boat to Skywatch. I found Brisha, and eventually, he sent me here. Without the others, Skywatch did not feel the same to Jakar. Bad memories, perhaps. But with coin and some easy work, I can stay warm and eat regularly here. I had time to search for information about the mercenaries. This one hopes it is helpful. This one hopes you find more answers in Betnik. Speak to Gurus, see what he can tell you. And take care of Ember. The responsibility of such a task wears on her, Jakar can tell. Make sure she does not whittle herself down to nothing. No? Even after all this time, this one still remembers how to sneak about and move unnoticed. I traveled in darkness, and with the gold Ember provided, eventually bought passage on a boat to Skywatch. I found Brisha, and eventually, he sent me here. Without the others, Skywatch did not feel the same to Jakar. Bad memories, perhaps. But with coin and some easy work, I can stay warm and eat regularly here. I had time to search for information about...
Are you safe here in Marbrook, Jakar? Do you have a place to stay?
You need not worry so much, little sister. You'll end up with even more white hair. Jakar is fine.
You saw Queen Ayren step out of the orrery? What a wondrous thing.
Barely. Only thing I heard was you snoring in the hut.
I hate that Shagrad. Damn his soul to oblivion.
Who's this? Stand still, would you? I better have a good reason for interrupting my drinking. Start swaying and talking to me. How am I supposed to take the measure of you? It's pretty strong stuff. Good stuff. I want to keep drinking. Why are you bothering me? I'm retired. Leave me to drink in peace. Yeah. More like Kestrin's farts. That band was doomed from the day we joined up together. Ah! I know it well, stranger. I was one of the captains. But what of it? I told you I'm retired. Blissfully retired and drunk. Balbar, and, yeah, well, that does sound a bit familiar. My head is too fuzzy. Expect me to remember something that far back when I've been drinking all day? Piss off, you and your 3 friends back there.
Psst. I've got an idea of how we can sober this guy up. If we can sober Gurus up, he might be able to tell us where they took Silverslip and Sop. But we're going to need a pretty powerful concoction. There should be some sour algae near the shore. I can make a brew that'll singe his eyebrows off. Magister Irin taught me this one, believe it or not. It's technically alchemy, but that's just another form of magic to me. Sour algae smells and tastes terrible, but if you mix it right, it makes even the drunkest toffs clear-headed. 2 handfuls of the stuff should do it. We don't need much. Trust me, once you smell it, you'll understand why. It'll be alongside the shore. Come on, let's go. should be enough. Phew. That's strong. We're going to be stinking like this for a few days, I guarantee you. But that should be enough for what I need. Ugh. Sometimes I really hate having a keen sense of smell. Now, I do a bit of this, a bit of that, and try not to gag while I work. Just give me a moment to whip up the tonic. I think I remember how to make this. Been a while. Oh, fish biscuits. The smell is going to make me throw up. Almost done. Here, maybe you can carry this. I hate the smell.
Oh, good. You're back. What? What do you and your blurry friends want now? Ha! Why didn't you just say so? Give it here. Malakath's crusty arse! What was that? I'll be damned. That's some powerful stuff. I feel like I've cleared out 10 years worth of crud. My mind's sharper than it's ever been. You got any more of that? Could come in handy. What was it you wanted to talk to me about again? Yeah, I remember now. I wasn't thrilled with the contract. It came from some secretive group, but the pay was too good to pass up. It seemed easy enough on the surface. Grab a Redguard lass, and if her friends were with her, they were fair game. Nah, they didn't really say, and the Blades knew better than to ask. Besides, we got a Palmar and a Wood Elf out of the deal. The Palmar sold for a good bit of coin. The Wood Elf, though, she was trouble. Yeah, still feel bad about her. We were passing through Shadowfen and ran afoul of some vampires. Our leader bargained for peaceful passage and gave her to them as payment. Not far from the Shrine of the Black Maw. Wasn't my choice, but I went along with it. No idea. We peeled off from Kestrin's Blades before we ever made the trade. Things started falling apart after that job. But if you want to find the Wood Elf, try the Shrine of the Black Maw. Bloodsuckers are still crawling all over that place.
They handed Silverslip over to vampires? Bastards! Come on, let's get to Shadowfen. I love cities. They have a kind of rhythm to them, and it's just a matter of learning the steps.
dangerous times to walk the roads alone, but one must earn a living.
I hate this feeling. Let's get inside. Wait, stop! I recognize this journal. It's Silverslips. She always kept it on her. She's been here.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack? Gold may be the root of evil, but we all need roots.
Ember, what are you doing here?
Silver Slip! You... Oh no, you...
Don't you dare pity me, Ember. Meet me outside. We can talk there.
She could never deal with kindness or pity at all. Silver Slip is safe and well, but Silver Slip is also a vampire. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to feel right now.
Don't be afraid.
Talk to Silver Slip for myself.
I'm still me, Ember. You read my journal, so now you know all my sordid secrets. Like how this was all my fault, and I'm the one that got my friends taken away. Did you come here to shame me? Well, you're too late. You can't say anything I haven't already told myself. And now you found me. Shall I recount the tale for her? The one where I'm a gullible, foolish child who thought Song's family really missed her, and that I could help reunite them. I should have burned that letter. That's how they found us. Indeed. A letter supposedly from Song's heartbroken mother. I read it because I'm an idiot. But I remember a drawing on the parchment. Strange eye. It must have been magic. A glyph, maybe? I'm almost certain it's how they tracked us down. You might be right. I never looked into it because I thought it was better if everyone assumed I was dead. Then, I wouldn't ever have to face the truth. But deep down, I always knew this day would come. Now that it's here, I want to help. I always figured it would be Ember who came looking for me. That girl doesn't know when to quit. Go on, talk to her. Apparently she isn't ready to speak to me. Because I was stupid, alright? I was a dumb, naive kid who thought she knew the world better than everyone else. I never thought it was that big of a deal. I just wanted to help Song, and I didn't think I needed anyone's help. A lot of good that did. Maybe not, but I should have been smarter. I just wanted Song to have a family who loved her. I wanted a family, a real one, my whole life. And there was one practically begging her to come back. I thought I was doing the right thing. Noticed that, did you? That's a keen eye you have. But yes, I am. It wasn't exactly my choice, but I've learned to accept it. I have people that look out for me now, almost like the old days. It's not unbearable or anything.
Let me talk to my friend first, Silver Slip. Don't go anywhere.
For years, I've carried the guilt of losing my friends. But hearing Silverslip's story helps a little. I think her burden of guilt is much heavier than mine. How can she bear it? My heart hurts for her. Still, we found her. That's a victory. Silverslip made a mistake when she was a kid. Who among us is immune from that? I'm not angry with her at all. I was a little thrown by seeing her as a vampire, but ultimately I'm just happy she's here and that we're reunited. True. It seems like seeing me is giving her the kick she needs. She's been feeling guilty for so long, but now she has a chance to make it up to herself. And she even has a clue to lead us to song. This worked out all around. For now, I think we should just be proud of what we accomplished. You helped me find not one, but two of my friends. People I've been searching for years. And thanks to you, Silverslip and that strange glyph might lead us to song. Thank you.
I don't expect you to forgive me, Ember.
I'm just glad you're alive, Silverslip. We already found Jakat too. He's in Marbrook.
Really? You found him? Oh, Ember, I'm different now, but I can still help. Let me atone for all of this.
You're the only one who saw that strange eye drawn in the letter. We need you, Silverslip. We'll find Song together. Let me send word to Jakat before you find him in Marbrook, just so he's prepared.
Probably a good idea. I'd hate to scare the stripes off him.